Okay, hi everyone. So in this video, right, this would be the last of the solving for quadratic equation series, right? So in this video, I'm going to teach you how do we cheat and how do we find the solutions of a quadratic equation. All right. So now, let's say, factorization is not your strong suit, right? Factorization is not your strong skill, okay? And it sometimes it's a bit difficult to come up with factorization, right? So and then let's say you're stuck over here in this part of the equation, right? So this is actually based on our practice now for question C, right? If you can remember. So how do we cheat or how do we find our final answer? So with the wonders of technology, right? We have the calculator to help us to do so. Okay, now but before we start, right, let me introduce you to something over here. All right, is that the generic quadratic equation, right? It will be ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So this is the generic quadratic equation. Okay, so what I want you to observe is this. Now, the numbers for a, b, c are very important. So a, it is the square term, right? So a would be 3 for this question. Okay, now b is the coefficient for the x term or the term with only 1 power 1. So this one, the negative 1 will be our b. Okay, and last but not least, c is our constant term, and the constant term is actually negative 4 over here. Okay, so watch what we do. So on the old calculator, sorry, I don't have the one for the new calculator, but I can show for the old one. So for the old calculator, you click on mode, you press on mode. Now you have your computation or calculation, statistics, equation, base n. What are we doing now? We are doing equation, so press number 3. Now, and then which type looks like a quadratic equation? You see number 3, ax squared plus bx plus c, which is actually exactly this one over here, right? So we click on 3 again. So for the old calculator, we need mode 3. Oh, cannot see. Okay, for the old calculator, we'll be using mode 3. Okay, for the new calculator, right, for the new calculator, you can find this in mode 522. Okay, mode 522. Try. Okay, so you for the old calculator, once again you have mode 3. New calculator, it will be in mode 522. Okay, so let me remove this so that now, okay, we can see what's working on. Now, so observe over here. A, it is this value over here, a, and the a is 3. So let me put in the 3 for a, press equals. Now for b, the value is negative 1. So let me put in negative 1 over here and press equal. For c, the value in the question is negative 4. So let me put in the negative 4 over here. Okay, so you press enter, it will show you two answers. So previously, before we erase, it was 4 over 3 and negative 1, correct? So let me show you with this, right, how do we factorize back to the original equation? Okay, so let's start with this first. Maybe we leave 5 lines for this. So we have t, right? This is in t, right? So t is equals to 4 over 3, or t is equals to, the second answer over here is negative 1. Okay, so we need to reverse, go back to the factor. So make the one side of the equation 0, right? So we need to multiply by 3 on the left. So 3t is equals to 4. 3t minus 4 equals to 0. Make this the 0. Okay, make this a 0 over here, right? So the second one over here will be t plus 1 equals to 0. So this one will be the 0 on the second side already. Then we level it up like this, right? Put it back up over here. So based on this, how do we proceed? It will be this multiplied by this equals to 0, correct? Remember the factorize thing? So when you factorize, you see something like this: 3t minus 4 and a t plus 1 over here is equals to 0. Okay, so this is our factorized form. So this way, using the calculator, we can find our final answer and we can cheat our way back to the factorized form over here if you are stuck in the factorization problem. Okay, you can. So now with the wonders of calculator, why do we still need to show full working? Now why do we still need to show full working? Because we want to see that you have mastered the concept of factorization. So you need to show the understanding where you solve a quadratic equation by use of a factorization method. Okay, even though the calculator can easily tell you the answer, but you still need to show that you understand what's going on. Alright, so to show that you understand, that's why we need all this working. Alright, now, so that being said, once again, from these two answers, the goal of the day is to make it 0 on one side of the equation, and from here we go back to this. Usually it will be from up downwards, so this working will be from down. Based on the answer, go back up to our factorized form. Okay, let us try with another example down there. Okay, alright, so let's take a look at practice now 4 and part D from just now. Okay, so same thing, yeah, so same thing like what we did just now. Okay, so over here, right, previously I've told you that the 20v squared plus 19v plus 3, this is a tough question to factorize. Not easy to factorize, agree? Right, so what do we do is, okay, so then how on earth did I get this, right? So without knowing how to factorize, how do I get this? Okay, so then based on your calculator, we can use the calculator for help, right? So let's go back to this one. So once again, let me write down, this is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So this is a generic quadratic equation. Now a is going to be 20, the square term. B is positive 19, which is the power 1 term. C is the constant 3. Okay, so let's key in 20, negative 19, and 3. Sorry, this is positive 19. So for B, right, it needs to be positive 19. Sorry about that. Okay, 20, 19, and 3. So voila, we have negative 1 over 5 and negative 3 over 4. Right? So how do we get the answer is, right? How do we get the answer? Is from the bottom. So let's leave 4 lines. So we start with the first answer, V equals to negative 1 over 5 or V equals to negative 4 over 3, is it? 3 over 4, negative 3 over 4. So let's work our way backwards. So from this one over here, right, multiply by 5. So 5v equals to negative 1. 5v plus 1 is equals to 0. Right? So we have something with 0 on one side already. Next one, multiply by 4. 4v equals to negative 3. 4v plus 3 equals to 0. Now we have two factors, the first factor and the second factor. So let's build back. So 5v plus 1 and 4v plus 3 is going to be equals to 0. So how to check that you've done this correctly? You expand. Right? Expand. So this is 20v squared. This gives us 15 and 15v and 4v, which is 19v over here. And the last one, when you expand, is going to be positive 3. Okay, so when you expand, you should be able to get back your original equation, right? So calculators, wonderful, wonders of technology. Make sure you use it well, but still at the end of the day, show proper working, and pretend that you at least bothered to factorize. Okay, so that's the end of my video. Hope you have fun with your calculator, and yeah, don't forget to practice more.